And now welcome Sviatoslav Hnizdovsky. His project is called OpenMinds.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Sviatoslav Hnizdovsky. I'm CEO and founder of OpenMinds. I wouldn't surprise many of you if I would say that Europe is already at war. And while Ukraine is fighting the kinetic war against Russia, the rest of the democratic world is facing different kind of invisible threats. What we call the domain of cognitive or information warfare. So countries like Russia deploy more than $2 billion annually to interfere into our elections, to polarize our society, but also, most importantly, to indoctrinate their own domestic audiences with ideology that fuels hatred and escalates conflict further on. And it looks like we are entering the new arms race, the cognitive arms race. And unfortunately, the democratic world is lagging 20 or 30 years behind. There haven't been many advancements since the end of the Cold War. And actually, we were quite good during the Cold War. We deployed significant resources, talent to these kind of problems. But for now, we feel that this gap has to be closed. And that's why we started OpenMinds. In 2022, in Ukraine, facing these difficulties and problems, in the real time. And OpenMinds currently consists of two main products. The first one is an analytical module that identifies online conversations and detects instances of manipulation, instances of distorting the reality in the information landscape on different platforms. Think of Telegram, Reddit, and others. But there is a second module that is a response module that actually sends AI agents and labels the content and informs these societies and audiences on these platforms that they are being influenced in one way or the other, basically dropping a message there. So these two modules work together as an ecosystem, and that's the first step, we believe, to build the next generation cognitive defense for the democratic world. We validated our product already. We have more than 20 government organizations, national security sector partners as our clients, and our technology was behind more than 60 investigations and research at this point of time. Most recently, election interferences in Moldova, Georgia, Germany, United States, and Romania, but also many more, even within the hard-to-reach areas where we don't have typically access to. And the problem is not just really about Europe. There are more than 4 billion people that are living under these kind of restrictions around the world. So we believe that with an expertise from the national security sector, technology, and strategic communications, we are equipped to solve this problem. And we would be really eager to have you join us on our mission to build the new next generation cognitive defense shield for the democratic world. Thank you very much.
Nikolai, fire away.
Thank you, Sviatoslav. So let me understand. There's no product for the end user, or that is simply the labeling of article or a social media post, or how does it work? So if I'm the reader, if I'm the person interacting, how does it affect me?
So thank you. The end user is the national security analytical department, typically, or a team that has an access to the software as a service dashboard, from which they can see all the different instances of manipulation and polarization, but also control these AI agents that go and respond, basically fine-tuning the responses, creating specific settings, what should be the response, and how frequent it should basically be out there in the wild.
But as a citizen in Ukraine or Angola, how do I come across OpenMinds?
So the probably best analogy would be Twitter community nodes.
Yeah.
When you scroll Twitter and you see something, for example, they used to have slightly better, now it's a bit questionable, the community nodes functionality that informs you that this information might not be the most representative. It's similar, but on the platforms that don't have any kind of centralized feature like that we do in the decentralized way.
Great.
Jorn.
Thank you so much for your presentation. So in 5 years' time, where do you see the company and yourself? Would you also involve yourself in working with social media platforms and not just agencies and governments?
So just to clarify, our primary market is the national security. So social media platforms are not involved here per se. And we are on the mission to focus just on the national security sector for now. And I think in the 5 years' time, the success would be to have our technology and knowledge deployed to the majority of the democratic countries' national security sector organizations.
Thank you.
Sviatoslav. So, I'll get it. I got it right the
Yes.
first time. Sviatoslav. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.